In this video, guys, let's investigate the Signals tab from the Core Trader 2 platform from Core Spreads Australia. Stick around. Hey traders, a very warm welcome to you. Alright, so this video is sponsored by Core Spreads Australia, and there is a link to those guys, as always, in the description below. If you want to go and check them out, then do so. Go and see if they are right for you and they suit you. So what I'm going to do in this video is there's a Signals button in the live account. When you've got a live account on the Core Trader 2 platform, that opens a Signal Center. I'm going to investigate that. I'm going to have a look and see if it's any good, see what it's all about, see what it all means. So let's hit the screens. Alright guys, so once you've logged in, I don't think you get this on a demo, but you get this on a live account. So you go open a live account. The good thing is you don't need any huge amount of money to put in. I don't think there's any minimum actually. I think you can open it with whatever you want. You just need a small amount of money, the minimum required to place a trade. So within that, we're going to hit the Signals button here, and it's going to open a new tab. So this is powered by Signal Center. And one thing I want to say is, with Signals, they are what they are. I think the way that you approach Signals is that you use it as if it was research coming across your desk. So imagine if you're a hedge fund manager and you're kind of looking, and you maybe want to see any ideas potentially. What I would definitely advise against is looking at anything that you've got a position on or you currently got a trade idea on. So let's say you've got a trade idea on silver, for example, and don't look at any more Signals, because all it's going to do is either confirm your trade or it's going to make you think, oh, and be worried about your trade and not feel as good. So that's just my opinion. Don't look at anything that you're already trading or got, or perhaps have a trade idea on. However, it's not a bad thing, I don't think, to look to give you some ideas potentially for other trades, also see what other people are looking at. It can't harm you whether you follow it point by point. Probably not, but again, it's use it as some sort of as a tool. So okay. Up here, what have we got? We've got filter by market, so we can filter by the markets here, and offering all the markets that Core Spreads Australia offer. Class, what's this? So commodities, FX indices, durations. They've got intraday or short term, and status. They've got close for a profit, pending, close for a loss, close flat, and triggered. So triggered, I assume, is you're in a trade already. Pending means they've decided they're looking for the trade, but it's not yet triggered. A close, obviously, profit, loss, or flat. All right, so let's have a look and see what we've got. So let's look at the top one here. I like the DAX anyway. DAX is German 30 on Core Spreads Australia. So they're saying entry short 12365. Target, they're giving another target, that's quite a big target, and they're giving you a stop. Looks like a 320 point stop or so. All right, so let's have a look. So we click on this and it gives you a little summary. Confidence 65%. Don't really know what that's all about. I assume they range their confidence. I'm not sure how they rank it. Perhaps there's information here. You can kind of have a look through that on your leisure, guys, how they rank that. But again, we're looking at just to see perhaps ideas that we could generate ourselves from this. So they've got a signal here, they've got an uptrend, they've got a shoulder. So obviously calling a head and shoulders, right? Calling a head and shoulders, they're looking to go short on this right shoulder for a retest down of lows. Okay, let's see what they're saying with that. So let's look at the full report. So in the full report, okay, here we go, get a trade idea. So bearish head and shoulders is forming as we saw on the chart. They're putting some sort of Fibonacci level on this. They've got a neckline support level. The same with overbought extremes, looking for a retest of upper, and we prefer to fade this move. And it's just been triggered now because actually the current price is just past that, so it's just been triggered on the short side. And they are saying the stop for the trade is going to be 12,685, and they're saying that the let's have a look at this a little bit closer. So 12,685 would just be kind of about there by the look of it, 12,6 above that head. And they're saying the targets would be 11,265, 11,265. So we're looking kind of way down here. So a good kind of long run, and their final target is 9,865, which would be a very big move. So okay, these are kind of much longer time frame stuff. It does say it's short term, but I guess this could be multiple days. This is interesting. It's it's showing someone else's analysis. You could argue, if you look at this, well, actually that's strong and I want to buy a first pullback, and I would probably be more inclined to agree with you on that. However, the longer term thesis, there is kind of some resistance heading up here. That's what they're trading. The stops are wide enough to accommodate that. You know, it's something that maybe you could consider and look at and kind of see, oh, I didn't spot that. So for example, for me, I'd be saying, okay, I like, you know, a pullback to a strong push higher. We've seen kind of drive here and pull back before, but then looking at this and going, well, actually, yeah, other people are seeing a resistance. Perhaps you hadn't considered that. Maybe you need to consider that with your thesis and decide to go from there. All right, so let's look at another one. Let's look at another kind of intraday one, perhaps that's been triggered. So Euro NZD on the FX side of things. Let's have a look. So here they've got a short idea, and then there's the stop, and then there's the target. So they're giving you an idea here of where they'd enter it and why they'd enter it. So they're obviously saying, hey, there's a downtrend here. It's a little bit of a bear flag. We're selling a break of the bear flag, looking for an extension. Makes sense to me. Let's have a look at the full report. So short-term bias of negative, gives you some sort of reason why. Bearish flag as we saw, bias to the downside, gives you some numbers for it. Expect trend to remain mixed and volatile. Further downside is expected, and they're giving you some ideas of targets, resistance and stuff. So again, this is something that I perhaps wouldn't have looked at because I'm not maybe scanning Euro NZD, but again, something that might have been interested to you. And I guess as well, if you're interested, you can go and look at the status, look at the ones they've closed for a profit. Let's have a little look and see. So they've got Euro CHF. In fact, what we can do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we can see if there's any that have been closed for a loss, how many they've got for a loss. Okay, they've got a few more losers, but ultimately, if their risk reward ratio is, if the risk reward is asymmetric, i.e. we've got more reward than risk, then that looks okay. But it's obviously something, you know, you can dig into and have a look. So anyway, what we were doing, we were looking at one of their, let's look at one of their losers first and see what they have. You can't click and see the loser, but you can actually see the chart and you can go, right, well, they're looking to go short on USD JPY at 748. They got stopped out. Looks like a very small loss there, less than 40 pips, guys. Didn't hit their targets. They're looking for multiple 100 points moves. So again, the risk reward ratio seems quite good the way they're approaching this. How do I close this off? I think I can probably use the X. I can. Okay, so let's have a look at ones, quickly look at ones for profit and see what they've done. The last one, Euro CHF, if we're sticking with the intraday stuff, 65% confidence. They're looking at breakout of that channel. Looks like they went long there at 1.0930. They hit their target. There was a 65-point move by the look of it. Sorry, that was their, yeah, that was their target. Their stop was quite tight at 20 points. So it's definitely an asymmetrical risk reward. They have a second target there as well. I'm not sure if they class that as a profit, if that's hit or not, or how that's triggered. So anyway, that is that, guys. Could be interesting, could be of value to somebody. It may be a way of kind of scanning some stuff you can look through and see the levels that perhaps you wouldn't have otherwise considered. But again, be mindful that you're not allowing it to cloud your judgment too much. If you've got a good process working for you, maybe you don't need to use this. Or if you've got a process working for you with particular markets, then filter out those and just look at stuff that maybe you wouldn't have looked at. So maybe unusual currency pairs, or maybe if you trade FX, maybe you could have some indices and have a look and see just how other people are analysing the markets. Are these going to be the holy grail? Definitely not. Are these going to perhaps bring ideas to you that hadn't otherwise thought about? Potentially. But like I say, if you can look at it objectively and go, you know what, I don't like the idea, it's not interesting, and look at the next one, and that's great. If you may find yourself being influenced overly by it, then just be cautious, because you want to kind of find your own pathway. But it could be useful as a support and help to somebody out there who's trading on the Core Spreads Australia platform. All right, guys, link to these guys in the description below. Go and check them out. Like I say, it's on the live account. They need a lot of money to open it out. In fact, I don't think you need anything at all. There's no minimum. Open it and then you can get access to those signals and all those bits and pieces. Take care. Whatever you're doing, keep your risk managed. It's the main thing. Bye-bye.